everybody, I am NicoD. Today I'm back with another new single board computer. It's the Orange Pi 3. So this has got the AllWinner H6 SoC. So this has got a quad core of 1.8 GHz. And my version has got 2 GB of RAM. But there is also a version of 1 GB of RAM. And mine also has got an eMMC module of 8 GB. There is also a version without eMMC. So the H6 is a new SoC. It should run at 1.8 GHz. It comes on a few other Orange Pi boards and also on the Pine H64. I got both for more than 2 months now. I've got them since February. But the software wasn't ready yet to make a video about it. Android is ready, you can use it with Android, but you couldn't use it with Linux. The Linux that was made by Orange Pi themselves is just unusable. The performance is very bad with it and many things just don't work with it. So I was waiting for the people of Armbian to make a good operating system so I can test this board like it really is. So now Armbian runs well on this board. But it isn't ready yet, you cannot download it yet. I had to build it myself, but there are still a few minor problems. So it will be ready in a few weeks, maybe months. Don't forget, this is a development board. If you don't want to have any problems, then don't buy this. Buy something that is ready. This is new, so expect to have problems if you buy this. So I will show you the characteristics of this board, I will show you the consumption of it, I will show you the performance of it. So this board has got 4 times USB 3, that is great. It has got gigabit Ethernet, it has got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, it also has got a barrel jack for power, but you can also power it with a micro USB. So this board comes with a lot of great things. This is a new modern board with all the great things a modern board should have, and it is very cheap. In the next video I will also show the Pine H64, but for now we will keep it with this. So this also has got a PCI Express port, but this doesn't work. There is a fault in it and this you cannot use for the moment. Maybe later there will be drivers that are modified for it so you could use it. So here we go! Let's start from the top left and go clockwise. So first we see the 26-pin GPIO header, then we see the power management units, then the SoC. So this is the AllWinner H6. It's an ARM Cortex A53 quad core up to 1.8 GHz and it is a 64-bit CPU. So then we see the infrared receiver. Then the RAM, so this can have 1 GB of RAM or 2 GB of RAM. Then the USB 3 hub chip. Then 2 USB 3 ports. The Ethernet chip, the gigabit Ethernet port. Behind that there's the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth module and the Wi-Fi antenna. And then again 2 USB 3 ports. On the other side we see 1 USB 2.0 port. This is also great to have. Sometimes there are compatibility problems with USB 3, so it's great to have a USB 2 also. Then we have got the 3.5mm audio jack, which also can be used for analog video. Then the HDMI connector. Then the PCIe connector. But as I've said, this doesn't work yet. Maybe it can work in the future. Then the eMMC flash module. So not every board will have this. Then we see a microphone, the debug UART, a power switch, a micro USB port that can be used as power supply or as OTG, and then the barrel jack that also can be used for the power. There is not much to find on the underside of the board, only the SD card reader is over there. The Orange Pi 3 is a little bit bigger than the Raspberry Pi, but it is a little bit smaller also than the Orange Pi Plus 2. The Pine H64 is the same size as the Raspberry Pi 3B. So here I am in Armbian Stretch. So as I said before, this isn't completely ready yet. I had to build it myself. A lot of things don't work yet, like the onboard sound doesn't work. You have to set the display resolution yourself. You have to do some things to make the onboard Wi-Fi work. It also can't reboot yet, it shuts down instead, but these things can all be fixed and in a few weeks it will be a lot better. But it is already very functional. So with this I can already show you the performance of this board, and I can already show you what you can expect of this board. Here you see again two different backgrounds I made for Armbian. So here is Armbian Beach, and that is Armbian Old School. Of course there are not yet VPU drivers for this SoC, so video playing is only with the CPU, but you can already watch YouTube with Firefox in 480p when your display resolution is in 1080p. Some 720p videos play okay with a display resolution of 1080p, but most don't. But if you turn your display resolution to 720p, then you can watch 720p videos. 1080p videos don't play well, or you have to choose a lower display resolution, but what's the sense in that? You can watch up to 1080p videos with VLC or any other video player if you set the video output to X11. Anything higher than 1080p is not possible yet. To be able to use this SoC at maximum performance, I am using a heatsink plus a 5V fan, but this 5V fan I've connected to 3.3 volts. This is just sufficient enough to be able to use the CPU at 1.8 GHz. Without a fan it overheats quickly and it goes to above 75 degrees, where it throttles to 1.3 GHz. So without a fan this board is slower than a 1.5 GHz SBC. I use a fan at 3.3 volts because this makes a lot less noise than at 5 volts. The temperatures with the 5V fan in idle is 35 degrees Celsius and maxed out it is 65 degrees. With the fan connected to 3.3 volts in idle it is 39 degrees and maxed out it is 69 degrees. So without a fan but with the heatsink it idles at 55 degrees and maxed out it is in between of 73 degrees and 85 degrees, so it throttles to 1.3 GHz. This is of course the same without the heatsink, but then it reaches the throttle temperature a lot faster. So this board really needs a heatsink and a fan, or a very big heatsink that is. Here the 7-zip results, so it comes close to 6000, so this is a very good result. It is among the fastest quad-core SBCs that I've got, so it's the same as the Odroid C2 when it is overclocked at 1.75 GHz. But if you don't use a fan, then it is the slowest of all these. The power consumption, so in idle it uses a half amp. This is quite high. The RK3399 boards only use 0.35 amps in idle, and maxed out it uses a little bit more than 1 amp. I did buy the USB cable with the barrel jack from Orange Pi, but this cable was not good. It was even better to use micro USB than to use this cable. I had a constant undervoltage on my USB ports with this cable. This is something very important to look out for. This can cause instabilities or even damage to USB devices. So my conclusion about the Orange Pi 3. It's a very capable board. It isn't perfect, it's got a few quirks that could have been better, but for this price it is very capable. It is among the fastest quad-core SBCs there are. It's great, it's got 2 GB of RAM, it has got USB 3, it has got gigabit Ethernet, it has got 5G Wi-Fi, so these are all very good things about it. But there are also some negatives about it, like the temperatures. If you don't use a fan with it, then it is actually a lot slower than most other SBCs. This could be changed by changing the throttle temperatures and maybe throttling to 1.5 GHz instead of 1.3 GHz. It will take a long time before you will be able to watch 4K video in Linux, but this should be already possible in Android. If you want to know how this board works in Android, watch ETI Prime his videos, he does Android very well. Please keep in mind that all these things still can change. The board is still under development, it will take some time. Don't buy it if you don't want to try things out. Don't buy it if you are not somebody who likes to tinker with things. So thank you all for watching, I hope you like my video. My next video will be about the Pine H64, and I also have got the Odroid N2 on the way. So please subscribe to my channel. See you later. Bye.